Hey guys, Martin here. Welcome to my channel, Farland Geek. And today I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I'm going to show you my Harry Potter collection. So, as I have told you in some of my previous videos, I really love Harry Potter. It's probably one of the first things that I got really obsessed with when I was a kid. And I am still pretty obsessed right now. I'm going to show you some of the things that I owned that are Harry Potter related. But first of all, I want to clarify that where I live, it's very difficult. It's almost impossible to, get any Harry Potter merchandise or anything related to Harry Potter that are not, the books and the films. So these things that I'm going to show you are not original. I mean, I don't own any, Wizarding World or Warner Brothers Studios merchandise or whatever. I got most of these things here in my country, but anyway, I wanted to share them with you. And I really enjoy watching when people show their stuff, their merchandise and whatever they own about Harry Potter. So I wanted to do it myself as well. I have quite a few things, so let's get started. I don't want to leave that portion of my bookshelf empty because it looks kind of ugly. I don't like when bookshelves look empty, so I'm going to start with the books I own first. I'm from Argentina, so all these books are in the Spanish edition. This is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or the Sorcerer's Stone, depending where you're from. This is book number 1, which I really like the cover. This is the first cover that I got to know. And it's just, Harry flying, trying to catch the snitch. And you can see the Hogwarts castle with Fluffy. And you see a unicorn running around. I think it's the Forbidden Forest. So I really like this cover. And then on the back, you get to see Dumbledore. Then this is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And we see Harry in the Chamber of Secrets fighting the Basilisk with the Sword of Gryffindor, and we can see Fox here flying over them. And yes, and then on the back we have more of the Chamber of Secrets. And the spines are different. This spine is yellow and this one is green, and each one of the books has a different color spine. This is Prisoner of Azkaban. You can see the spine is orange. And on the cover we have Harry and Hermione. They are with Buckbeak, and I'm assuming here is when they are going to rescue Sirius. And then on the back we just have more like the Forbidden Forest, I think. Then we have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This one has kind of like a purple-ish cover, purplish spine, and in the cover it's pink, and we see Harry. He is holding the golden egg from the first task of the Triwizard Tournament. And on the back we have the Hungarian Horntail. She's just spitting fire, he's breathing fire, and this one it's also very loved. This has, I don't know, all of them, but this must be, I'm afraid to open these books because they are so loved. This is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix cover. It's bluish, and we have Harry in the Department of Mysteries, and he's running around, he's holding the prophecy. And yeah, this is my favorite book because the battle in the Department of Mysteries is my favorite fight in the entire series. Then we have Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This has a black spine. The cover is greenish, black and greenish, and we have Harry and Dumbledore, and this is when they are looking for the Slytherin locket. I forgot to mention that on the back here we have Bellatrix with the Death Eaters, and they are chasing Harry and the rest. And on the back here we have like the fountain-ish place where the locket was supposed to be. And then we have book number 7, which is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, which is probably my least favorite of all the covers. I think it's hideous personally. The spine is white, though I really like it. And on the back We have this kind of dragon lion-ish fire, and on the cover we have Harry and Voldemort, I think it has to be Voldemort. This is, I think, the only one of the covers where I prefer the original, well, the American version, which I do own. I do own Deathly Hallows in the original hardcover version of the American edition. It's the only Harry Potter book that I own in English, although I would like to get the rest as well. Now I'm going to show you these 3 separate books, which are Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Quidditch Through the Ages, and the Tales of Beedle the Bard. These are the original editions that came in 2001, I think these two, and this one, I don't remember the date when it was released. 2007, 2008. Yes, these are the original editions, but last week I got to get the newer editions. So here it is. All of them are in hardback this time. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Quidditch Through the Ages, and The Tales of Beedle the Bard. I love both of these. And they kind of match the original colors. So I'm really happy of owning the original ones and the newer editions, because I'm a Potter fan and I like to collect everything Harry Potter. I have both the first and the second books of the illustrated editions, Philosopher's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets, of these huge and beautiful illustrated editions of the books. And these are just too heavy. I mean, I'm going to collect them all. I don't really know how Order of the Phoenix is going to be like illustrated, because that book is huge. And then of course I have the newer books, if you want to call it, the script book for Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, parts 1 and 2, and the script book for the screenplay actually for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the first movie in this Harry Potter renaissance that is kind of happening now in movie format. So now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to show you my movie collection now, which this is also so old, because I began collecting these as they were coming out. I have all of them on DVD, although the first 2 I originally owned them on VHS. So we have here movie number 1, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's/Sorcerer's Stone. Movie number 2, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Movie number 3, which is probably my favorite out of all. Yes, it is my favorite movie out of all. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which it is my favorite book, but not my favorite film. Now probably to my least favorite of all the films, this is the one that I've rewatched the least. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And then of course we have the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2. Now I'm being kind of random with this, but I do want to show it as well, because it was a huge part of my childhood. But I own pretty much the entire series of Harry Potter video games for PC. I mean, you must have played these video games as well when you were growing up, and if you were a Harry Potter fan. So we have here Philosopher and Sorcerer's Stone, which I must have played this so many times. I really like this. The second game, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which it's really long. It's probably one of the longest games. Probably my favorite game out of all. Or yes, probably my favorite game out of all. And it makes sense because it's also my favorite film. But also because this is the first game where you could play as, the main trio. You could be Harry, you could be Hermione, you could be Ron. This is Prisoner of Azkaban. Goblet of Fire, which also you could be any of the 3 main characters. I do own Order of the Phoenix as well, but I could not find it for some reason. I do not own Half-Blood Prince. I don't really remember why I never got to buy Half-Blood Prince, but I mean, I don't regret it. And then Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2, which these two I did really enjoy. I guess now I'm going to start showing the little bit of the merchandise that I had already said before. It's not original by any means, but I still want to share it with you. So here it goes. I'm going to start with the necklaces that I owned, and this one is, I actually have two of these. One is a little bit bulkier, so I use one of these to decorate my bookshelves, and the other one I do wear. This is the one that I wear. It's the necklace for the Deathly Hallows, and I have another one which is thicker and bigger and bulkier. You know, I think this is like a basic, like standard, I guess, merchandise accessory that you got to have if you're a Harry Potter fan. Then I also own Time Turner, and it is a very controversial for the Cursed Child play and story. I really like this one as well, and I also have this on my bookshelf as decoration. Although, I mean, I could wear it if I wanted to, but I'm too scared that it could break. I also own this golden snitch slash watch necklace that I also have here on my bookshelf as decoration. But this actually opens here, and you have I think it's a clock or watch, and it actually works. It's really cool. And my last necklace that this is actually a replica that I have because the first one fell and broke, is this Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem necklace. I think this is like very fragile, and the chain, it's like a combination of these ones and the previous one that I owned that it's broken. So I also display this on my bookshelf because, you know, I'm a Ravenclaw, and it's like the most valuable Ravenclaw item, I guess. You know, yeah, it's like the emblem of Ravenclaw house. And also kind of random here, but I also own this Nimbus 2000 keychain. It's really beautiful, but I could never use you know, I could never put my keys on this. It's just, I have it on my bookshelf as decoration. It's beautiful. And now let's go to the wands, because I do own quite a few. Then again, none of them are original, but I really do love them. So here we go. As I said before, it's very difficult to find anything on where I live. I do have one comic book store where I go to kind of buy, you know, fandom merch stuff, and they did have these ones which are like super fake. This is supposed to be Harry's. Actually, both of these are supposed to be Harry's, but I got them because we were using it as props for a play that we were like preparing at my college when I was still attending college a few years ago. Actually last year. So I bought them because we needed them, and it was like very cheap. So both of these are supposed to be Harry's, and this one is supposed to be Newt's wand. Super fake, as I said. But I also use them as decorations, and they are made like, I don't know if they are even I don't know what material this is. It's supposed to be plastic, I guess. But yeah, they are decorations for my bookshelf. Then I got this one, which is supposed to be Lupin's, because of the handle. It's also made of, I don't know what this is, but this was like the first kind of cool wand that I got to have, and now I have it as well on my bookshelves. Then I got these ones. I ordered it online as well. This wand that it was supposed to be Ron's. It's really beautiful. It's also made of plastic. And this was the ones that lit up. You can see here it has little bulby thingy that lights up. But now I'm ran out of batteries, so I cannot. Here it is like the button. But now I don't have batteries, so I cannot show it to you. And now I'm going to show you the last 4 wands that I acquired on my last trip to Buenos Aires. In the hotel where I was staying, next to the hotel where I was staying, there was this new comic book store that also had fandom merch, and I bought 4 ones there. The first one that I bought was this, which is now, I said, this is my official wand. This is supposed to be Sirius's wand because of the carvings on the wand, but it's bended, kind of bended. So it's like Bellatrix's wand, and it's like a weird combination, Sirius and Bellatrix, you know, because of if you're a Harry Potter fan, you understand why it's weird. And also, if I remember correctly, Sirius' wand was darker, and this is brownish, and I think his wand was darker. But the thing is, this is actually made of actual wood. This is you know, it was the wood was worked and it was carved, and it's beautiful looking. And this is probably the closest I will ever get to, you know, own an actual magic wand made of wood. So it's beautiful, and this is like my new official wand, that you know, I would use whenever, if I ever shoot, you know, any Harry Potter related videos. This is the one that I'm going to be holding because I fell in love with this. Then I also found Fleur Delacour's wand, which it was beautiful. I mean, all of this as well, they are just, you know, they are fake, but I fell in love with it for my, you know, for decorating my bookshelves. It's beautiful, in my opinion. And it's kind of random because, you know, Fleur's wand, I don't remember if it was ever even like very well shown in the films, but the handle, it's really gorgeous, as well as and this is also wood, by the way. The carvings on the wood, it's beautiful. So yeah, I could not resist buying it. Then I also got to get Voldemort's wand, which this does not feel like wood. Yeah, it looks kind of like, you know, bone. It's beautiful, and I also have it as a decoration on my bookshelf. And the last one, it is wood, but it's not the right color, and is Dumbledore's / the Elder Wand's wand. This is supposed to be, I think it's grayish color, but well, it's a very good replica, and it's also except for the color, it's actual wood as well. So yes, I really liked it. And now I'm going to show you the clothing kind of things that I own. And as you know, I'm a Ravenclaw, so all the clothing that I'm going to show, it's related to that house. So let's get started, because I own quite a few things. Okay, so the first thing that I got, that I've ever got, is the tie, which is this super like light bluish, or no, actually it's like electric bluish fabric, which is also has this cording here. I wore it for my graduation last year because we went to like our final exams dressed up as magical related characters. Two of my friends were dressed as like the very pretty stereotypical witch, and I got dressed as a Ravenclaw student. I even took my wand. So yeah, and I actually got to wear this for that moment, and I have it as a decoration as well, not on my bookshelf but on my bed. Along with that, I own this super fake Ravenclaw scarf. This is supposed to be like the first design of scarves, and the crest, this is like pretty warm because here where I live it's usually cold, so, and the crest is so awful, but it's a really soft material, so I got to wear this a lot. Then I also have this one, this other scarf, which looks a little bit more legit, kind of. Also, it follows the first design of the Harry Potter scarves. This is like a very thick scarf to wear, actually. I mean, I've worn it a couple of times. Then I have this one, which this was knitted for me. And it follows the second design of scarves. And I actually prefer this design over the original design of scarves. So yeah, I really liked this one. And I have another version that I like even more. I bought this one. This one's thicker and it's longer, very long. It's the same design, but as you can see, the colors differ. This is kind of like a more purplish color, and this one it's like more like a blue, actual blue color. So that's why I got this one. But I do love both of these, and I do wear both of these. Then I have hats. these are beanies, and the crest is kind of faded as well, but it's really warm and it's really soft, and I really liked it. And this is like a darker blue, and the stripes are gray. And this other one doesn't have the crest, but it says Ravenclaw here, and it's more like a vivid blue, and the stripes are silver-ish. Instead of being like gray, this is like more like a silver color, or more like a whitish color. But I do really love both of these, and I actually have also a pair of gloves when it is really cold. These do have the crest in here. And lastly, I do have this shirt. It's kind of wrinkled. This is the one that you saw me wearing on my previous video. That says, I actually got this shirt done, the print done in a printing house here in my city. And it says House Ravenclaw. And then, I don't know if you can see this, but it has the Ravenclaw eagle in silver, because they didn't have the bronze. And then at the bottom it says Howard School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Phew! And that was everything that I got to show you on this collection. I mean, I do own other things, but they are not worth showing. But yeah, that was everything for this video. I hope you liked it. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, more videos like this. And on the description, I'm going to leave the links for my Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. So if you want to follow me, you can go there. And yeah, that's it. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you all on my next one. Bye!